Okay, welcome back, vintage gamers, to a Monday night vintage preliminary event. The showcase is happening not this weekend, but next weekend. And then immediately following that is an RCQ on Magic Online, which also requires 40 qualifier points. So I need 80 qualifier points for not this weekend, but the next 2 weekends after that. So the way to get qualifier points is to play a bunch of leagues, do well in challenges, or do well in preliminary events. 4 rounds versus the best players on the platform. If you get 2 wins or more, you start to get QPs. We did get some QPs last week from top 8ing a vintage challenge with ninjas. So we are well on our way to getting the QPs we need to play in the next few events. This is a testing session for me on an archetype that I am considering for the showcase. I really enjoy the Lurrus of the Dream Den combo-oriented decks. There's a lot of ways to build combo inside of Lurrus. Time Vault Key, Breach combo, PO, Bowmaster Twister. Lots of things have pros and cons, and today we're trying to have most of those things in our deck. So this is going to be a paradoxical outcome deck that has multitude of win conditions. I'm going to have Time Vault Key for infinite turns. I'm going to have Breach, Brain Freeze with Black Lotus and Lotus Petal for infinite mill. And then as my way of killing with PO, I also have the option of Fourth Air Lingas. Fourth Air Lingas can be a nice thing when you don't have access to Vault Key for some reason. Maybe there's like a needle you can't answer, or it got exiled by a Force of Negation. It is quite possible that having all 3 of these win conditions in your deck is too many. However, these cards are pretty good in their own right besides Vault Key. Fourth Air Lingas has a lot of versatility in the mid game as a way to get the Monarch. And then Breach is basically another Lurrus in the fact that you can rebuy things. It's also like another Snapcaster in the fact that it works really well with Paradoxical Outcome. All of those things are present in our deck. I have got a sideboard that's a bit more tooled for a prelim metagame rather than an open challenge or showcase metagame. I have lots of anti-Dredge cards in my sideboard, and like less Swords of Plowshares than normal. We are playing a lot of different colors of mana here. I would say I would define our deck as base blue-white. Those are the main colors we're trying to play, especially out of the sideboard. It lets us play all of our powerful blue cards and still play Lurrus as the companion. But we are going to slightly tap into red with 2 Volcanics for the Breach, the Fourth Air Lingas, and some Pyroblast, and very, very lightly tap into black with just 1 Underground Sea for the Demonic Tutor. Although that you have these dual lands that you can find with Lorien Revealed and fetch lands, we are also, of course, still PO, so we do have access to Opals, all of the Moxen, and an additional Lotus Petal to help us fix us for splash colors. I'm not too worried about the mana base in this deck. It's not a good mana base. I'm not thrilled about the mana base. I don't even have a basic in this list, which is something I try to do almost all the time. If I can help it, maybe a Tundra here could become an island in the future. We'll have to, play some games and see how it feels. But I usually try to put at least a basic island, because casting basic island, casting PO is very important. And being able to cast a second PO after your first PO gets countered and not get Wasteland is also very important. Besides that, it's mostly the same flexible slots. I feel that Portable Hole is one of the biggest reasons for PO to be in white, alongside with multiple swords for the mono white initiative matchup. I still like the balance in the current metagame. It can be very good against Lurrus and initiative. And then the Dress Down as a flex slot still has a lot of versatility. The Snapcaster Mage might not be necessary if you're playing an Underworld Breach. I'm going to have to see how these two feel in that kind of graveyard-oriented flashback PO slot. But it's not like we're going super deep in the graveyard here. Another consideration is this Yogg-Will, or this Underworld Breach could just become a Yogg-Will. You don't have to play Brain Freeze, and we can play 2 Fourth Air Lingas, but that's very similar to the decks I played in the past under this archetype. So we're trying out some new or different ideas here. Yeah, lots of artifacts, lots of combo pieces. I will see you in round 1. All right, round 1 of this probably dredge-filled vintage preliminary event. I have won the die roll, am on the play, and have a cat. Oh yeah, just like I drew it up. When I look at this hand, I go, man, maybe my deck is not very good at Magic. Oh my lord. These are certainly cards that are all good in certain situations, but if my opponent is in fact on Dredge, these are not very good. I'm looking for Mox and Heavy PO hands, Breach Brain Freeze hands, or Volkey hands. This doesn't really do any of those things. I don't really have the ability to balance away a Bazaar either. Yeah, so I've been trying out fourth Erlinges as a vintage like tendrils basically for PO decks, and it's been pretty good. So I wouldn't say it sees a lot of play yet, but we're trying to figure it out. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. If my opponent had revealed a Lurrus, I would keep this hand, but yeah. This hand doesn't do anything. My opponent kept 7. Well, I'm gonna keep this hand. Doesn't do anything, but I've got a couple looks here. I have the ability to play through a force. I'm gonna play this hand. We are basically base blue, white, splashing, breach, fourth, and demonic tutor. But I'm like pretty light on the splashes. I'm trying to be reasonable about it. I'm not unlucky monkey. I can't do it. I can't play 2 of every dual land and just play 5 colors. So yeah, we're gonna time walk here, and then we'll fetch a meticulous archive to try to find some action, and then hopefully we can push through some action. My opponent has force of negated my time walk. I can't really. I'm just gonna fluster this. I just need to play fairly aggressively. Now I have to consider this fetch land. Let's see. I have a black source, so I probably want a volcanic island because my next thing is probably gonna be meticulous archive if I miss. So get a volcanic island. All right. I have to beat a 7-card dredge keep. Let's see what happens here. Dig through time. Technically castable with if I don't go for a surveil land. Technically castable if I always bottom on the surveil land as well. But that doesn't really make any sense. Is there any dig through times that I would play right away? Let's think about this for a second. There's not really any combination of 2 cards. I guess Mox Vexing Bauble would be a combination of 2 cards that we would play right away, which would limit my opponent's ability to grief us. No, I think I'm just gonna pass. I'm not gonna buy Lurrus. I'm gonna look to be either surveil or dig. Has the Bazaar 7 down to 4. I think Mox Vexing Bubble is the only pair that would make sense to dig through time right there. But if I get griefed, what am I doing? Like I am just casting this dig. And then just trying to present 2 threats off of it? Or am I just letting this get taken and surveilling? It seems really bad. Don't know. Doesn't seem good for me though. Pretty sure I just am casting it, but I'm not really thrilled about the prospects. What is my best? I mean, I could have like PO top. PO top is not bad. They probably take PO, give me top because it takes longer to work. This is 2 pieces of action, so just go whatever. So my opponent ended up with Icarid double Dredger, which is pretty good as well. It's pretty solid 7. Negation blue card, Grief black card, Icarid Dredger. 4 and 3. I assume my opponent takes PO, right? Unless they have yeah, okay. Any hollow ones? No hollow ones. Lorien revealed. I wish I could cast this. Does give me a search, a spin shuffle. Let's think about this. Start with the blue and then use the red. Ancestral. Into force fetch top. And then I play my land out and I play Lorien on the next turn. Is that going to be too slow? I mean, I think we're doing it, but... Well, we get to look at 3 cards as well. See how much damage we take. We're looking to try to combo off next turn. Whether that be Breach, Brain Freeze, Vault Key, or PO into a lethal 4th. They brought back the Icarid. And then they natural Dredge. That means they have a second Bazaar? Or what does that mean? It means they have a Grief. So I could theoretically fetch, spin, find a blue card, force this, but I could just fetch and then Lorien revealed for a land. I don't really think that's... Is that really my best choice, though? Because I want to be able to spin. If I island cycle, it means I get a land, and then I... Like, am I getting a surveil land? Probably not. I'm not really sure. Yeah, but it's not that I'm losing... It's that I'm losing the ability to shuffle after a spin, like if my top 3 cards are dead. I'm not sure this is correct, but I feel like having a land is better than not having a land, but I'm not convinced. I don't know. I don't know the answer. If I knew the answer, I would tell you. But I definitely don't know the answer, so I'm gonna try. Like, I don't think spinning, finding a blue card and keeping my Lorien revealed is worth it. So I'm gonna try this, and I don't think I'm gonna get the surveil land because I feel like having an extra mana is more important. And we'll naturally draw, and then we'll spin. I don't really like the idea of spinning before draw here. Maybe we could spin before draw. I don't know. Like, I feel like everything matters. Why is my opponent not activating Bazaar? They have a Noxious Revival as their last card. What's going on? Like, should they not have activated at some point here? Or does it not matter? Maybe it doesn't matter. I'm gonna draw naturally here. Time Vault. Okay. See, this is what I'm worried about. This is exactly what I was worried about by not having another fetch after. But like the problem with my line is that, am I gonna not spin end of turn? Like, I'm always gonna spin end of turn. So maybe like I'm supposed to take a Meticulous Archive here. Can I play this? Yeah. It's probably better to play this than not. I guess, yeah, so they're just going to 0. They hit Grave Troll and Creeping Chill. No Amalgam, though. So, I don't know, a Narcomoeba for the Amalgam, I should say. The problem is, I have to hold my third card down is... I have to hope my third card down is like something that helps me. And that's like the whole problem with my line of using the fetch land this way. I think it's almost possible that I just shouldn't fetch at all. All the Creeping Chills. So this puts me at 5. So I can technically take the hit if I want to. So there's no more griefs left, so I can easily Brain Freeze combo if we were to get to that point. I don't think there's any upside of blocking. I can even like PO back my Lurrus here. I just have to hope my third card down is good. That's all it is. This is very much a winnable game, but a little bit too much interaction on their 7-card hand, right? They kept a 7-card Bizarre hand with Dredgers and 3 pieces of interaction. So, but again, I could have played this differently from my end, so. Or a key? A Demonic Tutor? Anything good? A key. Game over. You love to see it. This is why you play Vault Key. And we steal game 1 from Dredge. That feels a little lucky. But we did have a lot of hits, to be fair. And spinning and missing is pretty unlucky. Okay, so we snuck a game 1 versus Dredge. I did make the sideboard extremely Dredge heavy for this deck. This deck is typically not this Dredge heavy, but I mean, if you look at the people who play in preliminaries, like there's upwards of 4 to 5 Dredge pilots. So, 2 Soul Guide Lanterns, 2 Crypts, and a Containment Priest. Negation easily comes out. I like Seal of Cleansing because it kills Hollow One and Chalice of the Void. In that sense, you don't need swords or Portal Hole. Dress Down doesn't have much utility here. I don't really like Breach Brain Freeze combo very much. But I might reconsider that, so I'm just going to hold it here. I don't really like 4th, but again, 4th is like a tendril, so like 1/4, like all the upsides of like low cost 4ths are kind of terrible in this matchup. But you still have the upside of it winning. Don't know if that's worth it when you do have like Vault Key. I guess it depends. I would like to cut one of my combos probably. Mental Misstep is not very good. Don't really like the idea of Pyroblast. So maybe we do end up keeping Brain Freeze, Breach. Breach also lets you just like rebuy Tormod Crypts and Soul Guide Lanterns very easily in the early game. The question is, do you think a balance is very good here? It gives me a nice like out to a dumb Hollow One draw. But besides that, it's typically they empty their hand so fast that it's not very good for you. That being said, I don't really feel like Probe is very good anyways, so might just try taking a Probe out and just playing this. Let me check the blue count real quick. 12, 15, 19 is very low, but again, we're not forcing very many things in this matchup, only really trying to push through our own spells. I think this is a matchup where you're okay to go down blue cards. I'm going to try this and see how it works. I could be convinced on a couple different customizations there, though. Yep. That's a hand we're keeping. Hope we don't get chaliced, but it's still a hand we're keeping for sure. Dig Through Time is kind of bad in this matchup, too. There's a lot of cards that are not great. My opponent kept another 7. I guess if I get grief, it's pretty bad, too. But Lurrus can buy this back, and I actually have Lurrus mana, so. Grave Troll, Amalgam, Hollow One, Shambling Shell, go. Hit a land drop is kind of nice. So I think there's two things to think about when sequencing here. You can think about Force of Vigor, and when they can Force of Vigor you to the most effect, and you can think about Mindbreak Trap. So the way to play around Force of Vigor is you lead with Opal and then your second, your worst Moxen. And the way to play around Mindbreak Trap is don't play the spell that matters. I don't know. I'm gonna play Opal. Oh, they're just F6ing. Interesting. I don't know how that factors in. So if I had used my black mana here, could I have played Lorien? I don't think I'm playing Lorien. I think I want to land. But I could. Can I buy Lurrus here? I can turn this into a thing. I think I can. I cycle this down to 1, and then I use it and another. No. So I can't buy a Lurrus here. So my opponent is F6, which makes me want to just play the Containment Priest now before my opponent can activate it. But they're probably going to Dredge, so I don't think I'm going to. I guess I could go get a Meticulous Archive to put a card in the yard, possibly, for my dig through time. Because I can't buy a Lurrus. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but I'm gonna do that. An Underworld Breach. Is that good from here? No, not particularly, because I have a Lurrus for Containment Priest. So I'm gonna go their turn and let them do some dredging. Two chills, but nothing that comes back. It's gonna take a lot of damage. Wow. So they didn't actually hit anything. I'm just gonna go to end step and then play a Containment Priest. Ruby. Okay, so we're at pretty much at hard casting dig. But I want to play Lurrus. So if they have a Sickening Shoal, does anything matter about Sickening Shoal? Not really. So I can flashback Breach at some point, and if they were to kill this, I'm not, how many things do they have left? They have 2 Creeping Chills left. So I could technically die. Is there any world where I block? I mean, attacking just doesn't do anything, so let me at least give myself the ability to block if I want to. Because I can always block, and then replay Priest on my turn. All right, there just looks like they're naturally drawing, trying to find another Sickening Shoal. And they've already used their Bazaar activation, so I probably will block and then try to replay Priest. That obviously carries with it some risk of like force, but another hollow one off their natural draws. It's quite good here. If I guess if my opponent has a sickening shoal and they go to attacks and I block and then they kill Lurrus, it is pretty bad for me. But I do have a Dig Through Time to try to combo out of this game. They're certainly making considerations here. Attacks. I mean, I can let this one hit me, but it starts getting pretty dicey. I'm gonna try blocking. I could be convinced it's wrong, though. Like, if they sickening shoal here, it fuels my dig to the point where I probably am winning. Oh, they have second Bazaar. And now they're gonna dredge and try to kill me. Alright. So they get a Narcomoeba and an Amalgam here, and 2 Icarids. And then they go back down to 1 card, but they only have 7 cards in their library. Oh no, they get 3 Amalgams. Okay, well that's pretty bad for me. I didn't really play around second Bazaar, to be fair. Yeah, second Bazaar is really bad here. Also, they hit one of their remaining 2 Narcomoebas. I guess they had only 1 remaining Narcomoeba. So they hit the 1 remaining Narcomoeba because they had pitched 2 Narcomoebas and 1 was in exile. They're going to put a Creeping Chill back on the top of their library. Okay. I mean, this game is not over. This would be a good point in time to have a Tabernacle in my deck, which I don't. Draw. Hey, there's a PO. So this game is probably won. So I have to consider what I want to do. So I feel like the answer is buy back, breach, PO the entire board. Is my assumption. All right. So I have Vault Key already. All right. GG's. I also have Breach combo. Just need to find like a Soul Guide Lantern to go through the Breach combo as well. Basically everything wins from here. I swear I just put, oh, there it is. PO is PO. All right. Clean 2-0 versus Dredge. Actually, they don't even have enough Creeping Chills in their deck, right? They have 2 Creeping Chills because they Noxious one. So I could even just Brain Freeze them to 0 here. That also kills them. Basically, everything kills them. Cool. That's a good start. All right, here we go. Round 2, Vintage Preliminary Event. We're up against our arch nemesis, the Oops All Spells player, Unifro. This is a great hand against Oops All Spells. I will snap it off. I have a force to not die on turn 1. I can even Mental Mist up a Dark Ritual if it comes to that. And then I can slam down a Vexing Bauble, which gives me a lot of good stuff, considering pretty sure you need to cast Dread Return from your yard to win in game 1. No, he has 1 Charbelcher, if I recall correctly. Main board 1 Charbelcher, and then post board 4 Charbelchers. Correct. Yeah, this list doesn't change very much usually. I like this player though. They play well, and then they play to their outs. I gave them a free win, I guess, in the last challenge that we top 8'd, but it happens. There's a lot to be gained from becoming a deck expert in Magic the Gathering. I do think that it's one of the better ways to play But it's even better when you are a deck expert and then play every other deck against your deck so you can understand the other side of the matchup. How did I end up with the blue black ninja deck? We made top 8 with the blue black ninja deck, kind of fraudulently. We timed out our Lurrus opponent in the final round of the thing, but again, we probably should have won against the Oops Us Plus player. So we top 8'd, and then we immediately faced Dredge, and that Dredge matchup is unplayably bad. My deck just the ninja deck just cannot beat Dredge no matter what. So immediately died in the top 8 to Dredge. My opponent is currently on a mulligan to 4, which is definitely part of playing Oops All Spells, and we have a pretty good hand against a mull to 4, but our opponent mulled to 4 in our last matchup, and then they killed us with turn 1 with pack backup, so. Looks like a pass the turn. Let's see. So, I have a lot of mana here. Let's go with Fetch Land, Emerald, Soul Ring, Opal, and then a Bauble. And then I'm not going to buy Lurrus. I'd rather have the ability to crack this Bauble and stuff, so. Mire, pass, end step, fetch, archive, trigger, mana vault. That shouldn't be very necessary here. Draw, island, play this, buy Lurrus. And then I'm going to pass. And then next turn we can play Lurrus. I'm going to make any mistakes this time and overextending ourselves here. My opponent's game plan is probably... I don't think that matters. It's just like cast creatures and attack. Don't think they can win through a Bauble besides the Charbelcher that we were talking about. Do I want to use a mana to Bauble now? I do. I'm going to cycle my Bauble now. Oh, I have a PO. That's probably better. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's get this game going here. Yeah, this game is over. I'm gonna do another PO. It's free. I just gotta find one of our 2 win conditions. There's it. There's one. And we can actually play out our mana crypt because we have a Lurrus. Might as well just play this. Play a Time Vault. All right. Got game 1 against Oops All Spells, which is very good for us because we have a lot of cards again. I have these. Obviously, they board into Charbelchers, so these get worse, but these are still good with PO, so they're never really bad. Seal of Cleansing is quite good. Prismatic Ending is quite good. Containment Priest is quite good. Obviously, this is a lot of cards. I don't really like Pyroblast against them. They don't... I mean, it's just like forces and packs. Don't really like Pyroblast against them, but I do like Negation and I like Consign. So another 9-card sideboard. Don't want Swords, don't want Balance, do want Portable Hole. I like attacking their mana sometimes in longer games like this. Dress Down is fantastic, Negation is fantastic. We definitely want to take out some amount of combo here and possibly even a land. Probably just like Breach, Brain Freeze. You don't really need the redundancy of Snapcaster. I do like possibilities of 4th as a mid-range play here. Is Fluster good? Question mark. Can probably cut a land in this matchup. Probably just a Tundra. I guess red, because we're boarding out a Breach. We take out red mana. I mean, they do have like Dark Ritual, but and then a bunch of counter magic. But I feel like Flusterstorm is not that good. Maybe it's fine. Don't mind, bro. Maybe this is too much graveyard hate. Kind of doubt it though. This portable hole might not be necessary. Actually, we have Seal and Prismatic. Let's try something like this. Actually, that how many blue cards that take out? No, this should be fine. Something like this seems reasonable. Lots of hate, obviously. It is not a lot of the hate that I brought in is not good against the Charbelcher plan, which is worthwhile to talk about. But this hand does not have a force, and I'm pretty much not keeping any 7 that doesn't have a force. It'd have to be very good 7 to not have a force for me to keep. And I did board into 6 forces, which is not a lot. They mulligan to 6. I'll mulligan to 6. 2 graveyard hates, a Pio, and a Saga. I don't have a needle again. I don't know how that happened. One of these should probably be a needle. But that is annoying because I can't hit Charbelcher off of my Saga. I don't know why I keep doing that. But again, I think on the draw against Oops, I would still rather look for a force hand. All right, well, I'm running out of hands that do something. This hand is really bad. I guess this hand does play turn 1 4th Erlingas, but this hand doesn't have any interaction at all, so things are not good. Things are definitely bad. Kind of feel my opponent's deck mulligans better than mine does, but I like just the mulligan heuristics I have to take against my opponent's deck means I have to mulligan my 7s and 6s that look like those. And sometimes when you do that, you get to a 5 and then your 5 just doesn't work. If this hand was on the play, there's like... I mean, if any of my other hands were on the play, I would keep them because they had double pieces of hate, even if they were weak to Charbelcher. But on the draw, I mean, it's the reason we have a game 3. Oops All Spells kind of forces both players to play a very distinct style of Magic that is quite far from others. The norm. Opponent is seriously considering their 5-card hand at the moment. They did keep their 5-card hand. I'm going to go to 4. This is really bad for. But I don't think I can go lower, so I'm going to ditch this card, and this card, and then hope to draw a Mox on turn 1 or a Force. Yeah, I mean, that's sometimes what happens when you get rid of close but not good enough 7s and 6s. Sometimes you just hit 5s that aren't good enough. That don't function, I should say. That's not good. That's the kind of card I need to have. That is not good. I think we're gonna be going to game 3. Charbelcher. Yeah, I don't have my water in front of me. Next game, next round. Okay. The problem is, like I said, I don't have a... If I had a needle, it'd be quite simple, but I just don't have a needle. I have a Seal of Cleansing, though. So my opponent has to have Force. Didn't I put away a Seal of Cleansing? Why am I tutoring for the card I put away? I mean, I don't think I was playing around Charbelcher Pass was the reason. Pew. All right, you remove opponent. Blackland, tapped. Wow, that's pretty good. This lets me just get a force, right? Or does it get it? Do I get ancestral? I feel like maybe getting ancestral and rebuilding is better. It's kind of a hard choice, actually, isn't it? Because if we just like hit land drops, we can go Lurrus. That's not exactly winning. I want to go ancestral. My opponent kills me this turn, then so be it. Gonna hold the ancestral and then cast it on their end step, probably. True? I guess it depends on if I think I want to play around them playing Oops All Spells part kill. Like, this plays into them drawing into Force Blue card, but... They have another Charbelcher. No play. Yeah, that's fine. I'll cast Ancestral Target myself. I think it's okay here. Rainstorm. Just gonna play the Moxen top and stuff out here. When Magic Online lets me, of course. Because Brainstorm doesn't really do anything. I can just spin. So this covers a Spy ETB trigger, and it covers a Charbelcher. It doesn't really cover... It somewhat covers the other guy, because you could hit like all the Narcomoebas with your consign. So there's like a lot of coverage on this consign. Fourth Air Linga's Force of Will Soul Ring. Yeah. I think we're casting that. Because they have tons and tons of Cabal therapies. All right, so now I can draw an extra card every turn. And I just need to play controlling and win. They also have a mana crypt dealing them damage. Blue. Ancestral? No. Narcomoeba. Oh, they're going to take the initiative. That's fine. Take the monarchy with the Narcomoeba. Big. Manifold key. Manifold time vault. Mana vault. Soul ring. We can go Lurrus. We want soon. Don't actually think we need to go Lurrus though. Might even be better just... Everything is good from here. What am I looping? Seal of Cleansing? We'll just take the Monarch back. I'm gonna buy a Lurrus. Give myself the ability to consign X3 and Force Pitch Brains. I don't feel like we're casting this Brainstorm I don't think it's very likely we're casting this Brainstorm. I'm not super worried about my opponent drawing an extra card. No, I don't think you really. That's not really the. You don't really play a lot of games versus creature decks where you're gonna like do that kind of thing. Yep. DT. I think there's a lot of instances here where I'd force before I consign. Yeah, but like, what are they DTing for besides things that actively win the game, right? Not sure what they would be DTing for. Maybe permission. Time Vault, Prismatic Ending. Oh, Prismatic Ending kills the Narcomoeba. So... yeah, I'm not sure if I force Ancestral or not. I guess this uses like I guess I can just use Night Black Lotus. I can get back Black Lotus this turn. If they want to counter Lurrus, like, I don't give a shit, right? Yeah, I guess I'll buy back Black Lotus this turn. And then I'll just use red, blue here to kill this Narcomoeba. Oh, sorry, white, red, kill the Narcomoeba. Then I still have Consign. So we have Hardcast Force, Consign, multiple Consigns, and we have Spin Draw as well. We do know that we're drawing Time Vault, and we know that there's a Mox Opal underneath it. So we would have to spin. They might try to win the game on this turn, though, with backup if they DT'd for something like that. I think the first thing I do is force something. It'd be like nice if I had like a Tormod script that I could have bought back there, so I was covered from that angle. I definitely regret not like having one of these four things be a needle, though. It's definitely a mistake. Let me just change that now before I forget. Probably one of the Tormod scripts. It's just a much more versatile card and stronger sometimes against Bazaar, usually. Alright, my opponent's trying to figure out how they can sequence in a way in which that gives them the highest likelihood of winning. They can Cabal Therapy my Force of Will, is what they could do. Their plan might have been to do double Cabal Therapy using their Narcomoeba, so the Prismatic Ending might have messed up their plan for what it's worth. We also still have two unknowns on our spend size top that we can spin into. All right, Dark Ritual. Yep. We could also cast Brainstorm. It's like a little on the more on the risky side of things. Probably not though. Yeah, I mean they could easily have multiple things for sure. They DT'd, right? And they've been sitting here and they drew an extra card, so I kind of think that they went and got a Cabal Therapy, and then they wanted to use double Cabal Therapy off of Narcomoeba, is my gut instinct. And so now they're trying to figure out how to use their Cabal Therapy in a way that gets them the highest chance of winning. That's my assumption. Yeah. I think this just happens. They could name negation. And we still have a spin. We know the top card's bad, but there could be good cards underneath it. They named Consign to Memory. Did they know about Consign to Memory? I can't remember. Packed. I just didn't think they would hit Consign to Memory, but maybe I should have brainstormed the force. Yeah. Oh, I guess I lose here. Wow. I mean, I wouldn't have hid the Consign to Memory, so it's not really that would have mattered. Crazy. Maybe I should have spun at the end of my turn to try to find this Tormod script and put it into play. I probably was supposed to do that, wasn't I? I mean, I would have had to drawn. It would have had to have been the third card. So, I mean, I think pretty sure they tutored for like a Cabal Therapy here. Damn. I mean, that's wild. They're really good at this game. Yeah, we die. Shit. They didn't end up using this Lotus Petal, and I don't think I was ever hitting this Mana Crypt. And they still had enough mana, right? If they... Yeah. Man, it's kind of rough. I mean, this was our Molda 4, right? But still... pretty brutal. Alright. I mean, I knew there was a Mox Opal, right? I knew there was a Mox Opal, and there was... whatever card I drew for... I knew that I knew 2 of the 3 cards. So if I spun... I would have only learned 1 new card, and it could have been the Tormod script. I guess. I don't know. It doesn't feel like I'm supposed to have spun in my turn there. Especially when I'm not drawing with the thing yet. If they name Force of Will, oh, okay, so they had a name Consign because they can beat Force, but they couldn't have beaten double counter that wasn't Consign. But like, I guess I do show my list to everyone everywhere, but they beat my 1 Consign, so I guess I got. Their hand does beat force. It doesn't beat like force of negation, force of will. But I would win that game if I had brainstormed my consign to the top of my library. Over like what though? Dig or something? I don't know. I just don't feel like it's good enough. Like, yeah, it helped. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. It feels so narrow, but I guess it hits Dark Ritual too. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. That's what I tried to do that game, and I just didn't. It didn't work. I mean, I did draw like a bunch of artifacts instead of blue cards, which was bad. I mean, I drew pretty poorly in that game, right? Because I could have hit POs or graveyard cards, and I could never lose, right? I think I drew. I had top and I had monarch, and I didn't draw cards that mattered, right? It seems like I was in a pretty sad spot there. I'm just gonna play turn 1 Lurrus. And then have double force backup on the next on their turn. I could also just PO for 3. Maybe that's better. Actually, that is better because I don't need the Tundra for Lurrus. Maybe I get misstepped. I'm just POing. I can play a Lorien Revealed this turn if I want to, or I can just hold up double force. So I have to choose between casting this Lorien Revealed or holding open force pitch Lorien Revealed cast negation. I think this is fine. They have a 7-card keep here. It's kind of scary. Am I just getting therapied? I could have used my negation on that, but then I have to rebuy my Lotus, and I feel like it's better for me to have the Lotus mana for the Lorien on this turn. Because I'm pretty sure what I want to do is crack this Lotus, replay this Lotus, cast Lorien. Attack. Actually didn't go as well as I'd hoped it would have gone. Maybe I should have just PO'd then. Soul Guide. Please? Game. Why you like this? I mean, the game is over. I mean, that's why I play PO. For situations like this. I didn't actually hit an opal, so I have to DT for an opal here. That's pretty funny. I guess a sapphire is better. Where's my sapphire? I don't... Oh, I have a sapphire. Oh. Okay, never mind. Then it doesn't matter. Then I can just go opal and play Lurrus Lotus again. I did cut all of the other win cons, so I do need to find Volt Key. I just used my demonic tutor, which is not good. Yeah, it's less than ideal. But it's fine. Sure to work out. There we go. Well, I mean, if my Time Vault is my last card, I have to do things like tops and fetches and stuff to make sure it doesn't, you know, nothing bad happens. But we're fine. It's going to be okay. Okay. PO. All right, we're on to round 3 of this prelim. We found another necromancer. Should be dredging us. This hand is, I think, worth playing. They dredged. They are serum powdering. This hand goes ruby, top, opal, merchant for ancestral. If the ancestral gets taken away, we can snap it back. So, yo, what's up, Soul? Glad you enjoyed it. They kept a 7-card hand because, of course, they did. Right. I don't have high hopes for us to beat a 7-card hand on the game 1, but we can try. So much Dredge in this prelim. Multiple of the other 2-0 players are also on Dredge. So, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't remember the last time Sandy Dog won a match of Vintage. He probably should not double queue, but it's impossible to talk him out of it. I try to convince him that he has a higher EV, like playing less formats and playing less games at the same time, but he does not believe in me. All right, so I'm getting griefed, but I do have Snap Ancestral, which is part of the plan. Nope. My opponent had double grief. Awesome. Fantastic. I mean, I don't know, man. How do I even win? Yo, that's how I win. Let's take a peek. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this looks suspiciously like winning to me. I mean, I think they'll just dredge out here and then we'll go end of turn dress down into a PO for like 6. I'll just take a big hit here. I guess I just let this die, and then I go dress down. Then I go to my turn, and I go Mox. 1, 2, 3, 4. Activate hold priority. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1. Draw 7. I can dress down their Icarid to save me some life. I think I want to bauble target myself and see what's on top without spinning. All right, fetch that away. And then I think I'd rather go 1 card deeper first. They did have a forest, they just didn't have a blue card. And then top, spin top, swords. These are not good. But I can fetch them away next turn. I guess I could just draw an extra card with top instead, and then swords it. And just get deeper. It's kind of similar to dressing down anyway. I guess that's just the same thing as dressing down. I shouldn't die here though from 11 because they only have 3 chills left. So as long as I have a swords for the Narcomoeba, swords for the Icarid, then we have another turn to combo off here. I would be surprised to lose this game, but it's possible from here for sure. All right, so I don't know my draws anymore, so I have a bunch of looks. Oh, I guess I have Lurrus Snapcaster Mage PO. I don't know how much mana that costs. Probably 12. We have a Tolarian Academy in this deck, right? Time Walk PO. Okay, the game is over probably. So what's the best way to do this? Just brainstorm so that I can have Jet and PO. And then make as much mana as possible. Put back these 2 lands. Fetch. Revoke. Play this. Untap this. Play this. Yeah, this game's won. There's my Tolarian Academy. Let me just cast Time Walk and play buy and play Lurrus. Oh, there's no scooping happening. Then next turn we have Academy, Snapcaster, PO. Oh, I forgot to buy back a bobble. It's fine. All right, now I have infinite turns. All right. So that was another game 1 win versus Dredge. Love to see it. And then we board in our huge sideboard that doesn't have a needle for some reason. Containment free seal of cleansing, negation, breach, brain freeze, swords, portable hole. What was the other card I was boarding out? Can't remember. 4th? Something like that. Oh, dress down's really bad. Dress down was okay that game though. Dress down was quite good that game actually. Maybe we'll just keep 4th in. 4th is so bad though. How do I board out enough cards? I don't really want to bring in Pyro. Maybe I'll keep a swords. Sure. Something like that is fine. Is this too slow? I'm gonna keep this hand, but is this slow? Like, I play turn 1 Bobble, and then I play turn 2 Containment Priest. Is that too slow? Maybe I'll draw Mox and just play turn 1 Containment Priest. Let's try it. It might be too slow. They mulled to 6 this time. After powdering 14 cards, they mulled to 5. I'm protected from grief because I have Force. So, mulled to another Serum powdered 5, mulled to 4. Looks like they have a 4-card hand they can keep. I'm trying to figure out what cards to put back. I've never had a Dredge opponent mull this much. It's kind of a nice feeling. All right, 4-card hand. Bizarre. Activate up to 5, down to 2. Double Stinkweed Imp Chill to the yard. I guess I'm just supposed to play Bobble. They have spells. This is the last thing. And I just need to see how bad this Dredge goes for me. Bobble resolves. All right, so it's just how bad does this Dredge go for me? Natural draw. They have a second Bizarre. Yeah, this looks too slow. Why did they natural draw there? Or why did they... I don't know. I must have missed something. I'm probably just reading the screen wrong. Yo, thanks for the raid. Anonymous. Hope you had a good stream. There's no reason. I mean, I guess I can see if they pass priority back to me. Or I get them to activate. Yeah, they pass priority back to me. Well, now I'm fucked, right? Now they can activate in response. All right, whatever. I fucked up. I should just get out of my turn. Because now they can hit another Narcomoeba. All right, didn't matter. So I take 4. How many chills are left? There's still 2 chills left? That's not good. This doesn't actually look good. Like, I think my hand was a mulligan, actually. I think my hand was just a mulligan. They only have 9 cards left, though. They chose to dredge a certain number. They have 6 cards left. I can buy Lurrus soon. So I can go Mana Vault this turn, Snapcaster, Chump Blocker this turn, and then next turn I can play Lurrus. How many can they even dredge? One, they just drew. I think they're just dead. Yeah, but I was on the draw, so I had to. I think I had to mulligan that hand. That's what I wanted to find out, though. Man, this MTG lag is a little annoying today. Geo lag. Yeah. I can just block with this Lurrus, right? Wonder if I should crack this bauble, play a Sapphire, and replay the bauble. How does that? I feel like there's some way that like ends up poorly for me, so let's just not do that. I don't know how many chills are in their hand. But they can't win the game if I block, right? So... Oh, there's a chill there. I see. I missed that chill. I did say it out loud, but then I missed it anyways. We are lagging. Yeah, so this is just an easy Lurrus block, a game-winning block, and the game is locked up. Because they have an Archimeeba, but they don't have enough cards left in their library. GG's. There they are. All right, another Necromancer vanquished. All right, welcome Vintage Gamers to round 4 of the Vintage Preliminary event. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Blue Man likes to play 4-color Walker decks. Looks like he beat up some poor dredgers to get here, just like we did. We got a cat. Let's see how it goes. That's a nice little PO. I'm gonna keep that one. Sequence this in a good way. You can play around Vigor a little bit. Go on the upkeep, probably. Let's see what happens here. We also have a balance for an oof. Probably going to play a Volcanic just to play around Wasteland a little bit. And then I'm going to pass the turn here. Play around Vigor and Negation this way. And then PO for 2 on the upkeep seems like a reasonable shot. See what happens. Force pitching Brainstorm. It's okay. I've got a Snapcaster to buy back PO later. Mox. This is going to be an oof. Classic Emerald land oof. Ooh, there's the Volcanic. Merchant Scroll. Oh, that's going to get an Ancestral Recall. That's not good for me. Oh, they got a Force of Will. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe they already have Ancestral. Maybe they want to counter a cat. Don't know. Renin 6. All right, please don't Wasteland me. Meticulous Archive. Surveil. Bauble. Yad. Now my Lurrus is definitely getting forced. Ooh, Ancestral Recall. Oh, man, I have so many choices now. I feel like I just bait a force with my Lurrus, resolve an Ancestral. Bait an... I mean, they know I have Lurrus. I have a Snap. They have forced 3 unknowns. I have Snap PO at some point. I have Snap Ancestral possibly. I feel like this is just a cast an Ancestral and see what happens. Got the Force. Pitching a Ponder. All right, so now I've got Tundra. Lurrus. Bauble. Bauble you. Oko! They're gonna fetch it away. 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 Yes. Oh man. Is green. Oof. Oh, fatal push. Brutal. It's okay. We still have Snap PO coming. They've got... What is this? Orcish Bowmaster? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we should be able to combo through it. Bayou and a spell? Demonic Tutor? All right, all right, all right. We're gaming. So DT'd for something. We're at 11. We lost 3 flips. I have an unfortunate amount of mana where I cannot go balance, snap, PO. I mean, I need to kill the Bowmaster. I don't need to kill the Bowmaster, but I kind of want to kill the Bowmaster, you know? I mean, I can take some hits. I think I should start by casting PO. Okay. It's me a 6. The problem is they probably tutored for an Ancestral, right? Or a Twister or something. Well, no, balance is killing Bowmaster. I still am 1 mana short of going balance. I can snap Ancestral, I guess. All right, this is fine. I will just go Time Vault. Maybe they went oof. That'd be kind of bad. Balance. Snap. Ancestral. Playing Snap before balance defeats the purpose, and the purpose is getting Bowmaster off the table. Oh, I hope they went for Ancestral. Oh, then I'll die to my fucking Mana Crypt. But yes, you are correct. It would get the card out of their hand, but it would not deal with the main problem, which is the Bowmaster. If they tutored Oof and they have minus here, it's quite bad. Looks like they drew Probe for turn and then drew Ponder off of Probe. I think they might have gotten Ancestral. Hopefully they don't realize that I'm going to die if I cast this Mental Misstep. I'm going to lose my 4th straight Mana Crypt flip and die. They should probably ping the Snap. Balance is a hard card to play. Don't worry, May. No worries. This is definitely a game we can win, but it's getting kind of dicey. I lost too many crypt flips is the problem. But I also could have sequenced that turn differently too, so. I could have chosen like not to PO and then no, I think POing was right. Should I counter this? They didn't shuffle their Ponder. Just like risk the crypt flip. It's so bad for me if my opponent plays an oof. think we have to. So I can dig with the trigger on the stack. If they don't kill my Snapcaster, I can dig with the trigger on the stack and find a swords and swords my Snapcaster mage. No, they pinged it. Okay, well, now we just are naturally drawing because there's nothing I can do about this trigger besides hope I win. I could skip a turn. Doesn't really help me, though. I've only lost 4 flips, right? I lost all my flips. Unbelievable. Yeah, I win this game for sure. I absolutely win this game for sure. I DT for a PO and I win. I just needed to not lose every flip. That's crazy. Okay, 4 color walkers. Actually have some decent hate cards here. I don't normally have good hate cards for this matchup, but I have some good ones here. I don't know. This Breach Brain Freeze just does not look good. I have no idea what matchup I actually want that card in. I think balance is in general kind of it's probably still fine though. I want to get caught underneath my own bobble here. I feel like this is a matchup where I'd like to theoretically take out Time Vault Key, but it's pretty risky with only 1/4 Airlingas. Definitely an Opal and a Petal. And I don't think I want to take out the 1 bobble. Losing that game is really sad, but maybe I could have sequenced in a way that I took less damage. I don't know. Like I took what 9 or 12 damage from my mana crypt, so it's kind of tough. I want to take out the bobble too. Yeah, if I win a flip there, I definitely can tutor for a PO and then PO into a win. But did not happen. All right, this hand looks like it's got some game. I'm gonna hold the probe. Probably don't need to hold the probe. I think I want the information. I am gonna Lorien Revealed for a white source, but I don't want to see this keep, he says. Taiga, Jet, Force, Ancestral, Ren, Leovold. Okay. I didn't want to see that. They currently can't cast anything besides Mox Jet. You can't be serious. These players have never had mana problems in their life. I don't get it. DT for Sapphire. Yeah. I don't know. I guess so. I guess so. Pretty sure I have to cycle this. Yeah, it's fine. All right, what do you got? Force, pitching, time walk. Force, pitching, force. Force pitching Leovold, and then I have an answer to run in 6 if they play it. Force pitching Leovold. All right, 3 cards, including a run in 6. Blue, Brainstorm. Fetch land. Oof. That's fine. How are you gonna oof over there, man? Yeah, it's a little risky, don't you think? Soars it. PO. I learned my lesson. No playing Mana Crypts. They found the Wasteland. Oh no. Lucky their Moxen don't pay for Rena 6 here. They bought back the Wasteland. I mean, they're gonna hit it next turn. Look at this. Okay. Pass. Hardcast Force. Oh baby, we got a game. If I win this game, am I like, isn't that crazy if I win this game? If my opponent resolves Ancestral, has perfect mana, a million spells, and I win? Is that just a Lurrus diff? Get that shit out of my face. I don't want that. I want action. What? I don't understand. You got it though. It's looks cooler than a Tundra, I guess. I did board out my Breach, and I don't have a Yogwill. It is sad. I kind of thought they'd have like Renin 6s and stuff. Not Renin 6, like Deathray Shamans, but maybe they just don't have Deathray Shamans. Maybe they just have only Planeswalkers. I don't really like Renin 6 typically, or Breach in this matchup that much. I feel like I just like it's always bad for me, but what do I know? I'm gonna take a PO. And I have to draw a blue source next turn. I mean, it might not even be good enough. I can just go on their turn, I guess, with negation. So I don't get oofed here. A second oof would be pretty bad for me. Beseiju. All right. All right. P own it. What now? Pyroblast. No shot, friendo. No chance. Nope. Nope. No chance. Wouldn't you like that? Nope. No chance. Nope. Draw 4. I don't think we're supposed to brainstorm. I think we just send it. Oh, I guess we can get mind break traps. Whatever, man. Never tell me the odds. Why are they pausing? Why are they pausing? Bro, they're pausing. I don't know. They paused though, man. I should have held one back and brainstormed, man. Oh. It's whatever, man. I don't care. You can't stop me. I already played my thing, so I can do this. We're safe. I can't believe we're going to win this game. Isn't that crazy? Did I just pre-move? No, didn't. Oh man, the lag is not good today, huh? I'll hold those 2 and cast Brainstorm. Put back 2 lands. Fetch away the lands. Oh. I can't cast anything here. That's kind of funny, actually. I should not have fetched away these lands then, because that just opens me up to getting wastelanded. Am I going to pass the turn? Question mark? I should have just used... Oh, I kind of want to use this Lorien to draw cards. I could probably get away with playing this Mana Crypt out, right? I don't think I need a portable hole at this point with the amount of counter spells I have. Needle. Yeah, I don't have a Seal of Cleansing. I don't have Breach, so if they name Time Vault, I have to kill with 4th Aerlingus. Whatever, that's fine. I have Snap Ending as well. Yeah, that card doesn't matter. Hey, Snapcaster Mage. It's a good magic card. I love Snapcaster Mage in this deck. It's so sick. Nope. Good try, though. How many more POs? Do at least one more PO. Oh wait, I guess I don't do. Yeah, I could do a one more PO because I don't. Oh, I don't have a white. No, I do. I have red and white. Okay, and black. So yeah, do one more PO. Yeah, I'm trying to get lethal attack with fourth here. Summon the fourth. Wait, summon the Erlingas. Did I do this as overkill, chat? Yes. Do I care? No. It does not get old. It simply does not get old. Ah. All right, we're 2-0 in this match so far. I don't know. I mean, I guess Swords is always hitting oof anyways, so I guess it's fine. Doesn't matter. Do I maybe I'll bring his breach. I don't know. Can I just bring the breach in but not bring in the brain freeze, chat? I don't need the brain freeze, right? Just like extra graveyard grind. I don't need the. Oh wait, I just hit 61. Send it? 61? I don't know what I want to take out. I feel like balance is not actually good here. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your Erlingas. You know, I'm still tilted about my game one. That's crazy. All right, Cat. Bro, what are these hands? I mean, I'm keeping. Do not cast Ancestral Recall in my upkeep. Thank you. Look at that. It worked out. I mean, it was fine. I was just going to go Opal, Tolarian, Search. Like, it wasn't that bad. I wonder if I should brainstorm here. And then upkeep Lorian. Try to get rid of this breach, turn into a mock. Hello. Guess I'm doing some more things on this turn. I wonder what my, like... I think they might have a Spell Pierce. No, they would have Spell Pierced this, right? They could have a Flusterstorm still. They could have a Pyro. No, Pyroblast. Could have a Flusterstorm still. I don't think it matters, though. I mean, they could still have Vigor. Ah, they did have a Spell Pierce. Wow. Not hitting Sapphire is crazy. So now I draw a Volcanic. Do I want Breach? I think so. I mean, is Recall Breach correct? I don't think... I kind of want to wait and then... I mean, losing Time Walk Mana Crypt... Yeah, it's probably correct. I don't know, because I can, like, Breach next turn and bring back Mana Crypt and then PO. That feels very greedy, right? I resolved 2 Ancestrals this game. Maybe I'll resolve more. Other Moxen turn on Opal too, which is nice. Did not draw that, but I drew a bunch of counter magic, so I do like this spot. Nice. Academy, nice. Ancestral. I don't think so. Bobble. I feel like I'd rather just not deal with that. I mean, we still have Lurrus, so it's fine. But it's not the best, no. We never really... After the Mana Crypt got Spell Pierce, we never hit a third Mox. The lag is so bad tonight. I might run out of time in this match. Just because the lag is so bad. It's like every action. I don't think I want a PO for 2. Vamp? No. Merchant for Ancestral? No, you already used Ancestral, so Merchant for Force. Merchant for Spell Pierce. That is certainly a choice you can make. I can't Lurrus Breach Ancestral right now because I still don't have enough mana. I guess I could have hoped to hit a land and then done the other thing. I think it's better to... We were just so unlikely to spike a land, but we were able to spike a non-land, so... Thanks, Eric. Hope you had a good prelim. Yeah, I mean, I there was definitely upside to holding Lorien Revealed, but... Do you even own a mirror, buddy? I got forced? We'll see about that one, kiddo. Oh, no! Wait, are we losing this game? I should probably hold that. They pitched Spell Pierce, yeah. That's why I made the play that I did. How am I winning? Oh, I still have 4th Erlingas and Urza Saga and tons of other things. And Time Vault and... Is it Bowman's? I have about 1 million things in my deck that win the game. Spell Mental Misstep! Alright, okay, I see you. I see you. It's okay, I have lots of action spells. I still have a bunch of answers. It's not the end of the world. All right, I mean, I have 6 minutes on my clock with the lag, though. TT. There's no Ancestral to get, but they can get Treasure Cruise if they play it. But I have Pyroblast, I guess. So that's fine. I certainly regret the Lorien revealed play. But I wanted to, like, cash the things in underneath the Spell Pierce. I don't know. It seemed reasonable at the time. I have regrets, though. Land go. Time Vault. Uh-oh. Got a Beseiju over there, friendo? They do! Chat! Get a Meticulous Archive. Be a nice Soul Ring. The game continues. Green, red and 6. Buy back Beseiju. Buy back Wasteland. We buy him back. Wasteland, sure. You got it. Still have a Mox for red. All right, no more red and 6. I've got everything covered still. I just need to. I only have 1/4 in my deck, so Saga would probably do it. Oh no, yeah, Saga would still probably do it. Yeah, that's a Pyroblast target. Oh, they do have Deathrite Shaman. It's a Swords target. Okay. You're hitting maximum value, chat. Maximum game time. Hey, there it is. Gonna play around Spell Pierce and Flusterstorm. Now, if my opponent board wipes me, then we have a problem. then it's starting to get a little dicey. Bowmaster. I guess I have to force this. No, because they'll take the initiative. I don't want them to take the initiative. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter. I could be misevaluating it for what it's worth. I just, like, I could have swords it, but then, I don't know. Like, shouldn't this win? Shit. I lost my red source. I got there. GG's. GG's. Oh, man. That was a really weird 3-0 series right there. There's so many things you can do in this combo Lurrus area that just people don't seem to do. I don't know. This deck's sweet. I love it. It's great. It's a fun time. Highly recommend. I don't know if this red, I mean, the breach was good for sure the one time we used it. Yeah, no, I mean, I was definitely thinking about the breach bringing back the PO for crypt. I talked about that a little bit. I chose to go with the ancestral instead but then we drew a bunch of air. So I don't know. There were a lot of choices in this game. Snap? I mean, I love Snap. I play Snap in all my PO decks. The only reason I was even thinking about cutting Snap is because we have a breach, but they don't seem to like overlap and do the same thing all the time. So I don't know. Yo, what up, Blue Man? No mana crypt to save you those games. GG's though. I couldn't tell if you had Deathrite Shamans for until in that last play. It was kind of crazy. But GG's, congrats on your 3-1. It's a good record. I assume you beat up a bunch of Dredge players with your deck. That's my assumption. But yeah, I like this deck. I think it's pretty strong, and you get a lot of flexibility in how you play the game. Like that game, I could have played in like 10, 12 different ways. So, but it was a good one. So I have 40 QPs off this and 36 QPs off of previous events, which means I should be all set for the showcase and the RCQ. I mean, I do have to get 4 more, but 4 more is no problem. So I should be all set to bring you high stakes vintage action. Not this weekend. This weekend we'll play a challenge. But the February 1st, we will play the showcase. I will, of course, stream the showcase and it will go on YouTube. And then on the 8th, we will play the RCQ, which I will also stream and will also go on YouTube. So high stakes vintage action happening in the first quarter of the year. Stay tuned. More vintage content Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'll see you then.